Welcome to the Philippines, a tropical archipelago of over 7,000 islands, where crystal clear seas, lush jungles, vibrant cultures, and the warmest smiles on Earth come together to create paradise. We're diving deep into the heart of the Philippines, exploring its hidden gems, iconic islands, street food, history, and soul. Philippines is an archipelagic country in Southeast Asia. Located in the Western Pacific Ocean, it consists of 7,641 islands with a total area of roughly 300,000 square kilometers, which are broadly categorized in three main geographical divisions from north to south: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. With a population of over 110 million, it is the world's 12th most populous country. The Philippines is bounded by the South China Sea to the west, the Philippine Sea to the east, and the Celebes Sea to the south. It shares maritime borders with Taiwan to the north, Japan to the northeast, Palau to the east and southeast, Indonesia to the south, Malaysia to the southwest, Vietnam to the west, and China to the northwest. It has diverse ethnicities and a rich culture. Manila is the country's capital, and its most populated city is Quezon City. Both are within Metro Manila. Negritos, the archipelago's earliest inhabitants, were followed by waves of Austronesian peoples. The adoption of animism, Hinduism with Buddhist influence, and Islam established island kingdoms. Extensive overseas trade with neighbors such as the late Tang or Song Empire brought Chinese people to the archipelago as well, which would also gradually settle in and intermix over the centuries. The arrival of the explorer Ferdinand Magellan marked the beginning of Spanish colonization. In 1543, Spanish explorer Ruy López de Villalobos named the archipelago Las Islas Filipinas in honor of King Philip II. Catholicism became the dominant religion, and Manila became the western hub of trans-Pacific trade. Hispanic immigrants from Latin America and Iberia would also selectively colonize. The Philippine Revolution began in 1896 and became entwined with the 1898 Spanish-American War. Spain ceded the territory to the United States, and Filipino revolutionaries declared the First Philippine Republic. The ensuing Philippine-American War ended with the United States controlling the territory until the Japanese invasion of the islands during World War II. After the United States retook the Philippines from the Japanese, the Philippines became independent in 1946. Since then, the country notably experienced a period of martial law from 1972 to 1981 under the dictatorship of Ferdinand Marcos and his subsequent overthrow by the People Power Revolution in 1986. Since returning to democracy, the Constitution of the Fifth Republic was enacted in 1987, and the country has been governed as a unitary presidential republic. However, the country continues to struggle with issues such as inequality and endemic corruption. The Philippines is an emerging market in a developing and newly industrialized country, whose economy is transitioning from being agricultural to service and manufacturing centered. Its location as an island country on the Pacific Ring of Fire and close to the equator makes it prone to earthquakes and typhoons. The Philippines has a variety of natural resources and a globally significant level of biodiversity. The country is part of multiple international organizations and forums. Manila is the capital and second most populous city of the Philippines after Quezon City, with a population of 1,902,590 people in 2024. Located on the eastern shore of Manila Bay on the island of Luzon, it is classified as a highly urbanized city. With 43,611.5 inhabitants per square kilometer, 112,953 per square mile, Manila is one of the world's most densely populated cities. Manila was the first chartered city in the country, designated by Philippine Commission Act No. 183 on July 31, 1901. It became autonomous with the passage of Republic Act No. 409, the revised charter of the City of Manila, on June 18, 1949. 13. Manila is considered to be part of the world's original set of global cities because its commercial networks were the first to extend across the Pacific Ocean and connect Asia with the Spanish Americas through the galleon trade. This marked the first time an uninterrupted chain of trade routes circling the planet had been established. By 1258, a Tagalog fortified polity called Maynila existed on the site of modern Manila. On June 24, 1571, after the defeat of the polity's last indigenous ruler, Raja Sulaiman, in the Battle of Bangkusay, Spanish conquistador Miguel López de Legazpi began constructing the walled fortification of Intramuros on the ruins of an older settlement, from whose name the Spanish and English name Manila derives. Manila was used as the capital of the Captaincy General of the Spanish East Indies, which included the Marianas, Guam, and other islands, and was controlled and administered for the Spanish crown by Mexico City in the Viceroyalty of New Spain. In modern times, the name Manila is commonly used to refer to the entire metropolitan area, the greater metropolitan area, and the city proper. Metro Manila, the officially defined metropolitan area, is the capital region of the Philippines and includes the much larger Quezon City and the Makati Central Business District. The Pasig River flows through the middle of Manila, dividing it into northern and southern sections. The city comprises 16 administrative districts and is divided into 6 political districts for the purposes of representation in the Congress of the Philippines in the election of city council members. In 2018, the Globalization and World Cities Research Network listed Manila as an Alpha Global City and ranked it 7th in economic performance globally and 2nd regionally, while the Global Financial Centers Index ranks Manila 79th in the world. 18. Manila is also the world's 2nd most natural disaster-exposed city, yet is also among the fastest developing cities in Southeast Asia. Palawan, Tagalog, Lalawigan ng Palawan, is an archipelagic province of the Philippines that is located in the region of Mimaropa. It is the largest province in the country in terms of total area, with 14,649.73 square kilometers, 5,656.29 square miles. The capital and largest city is Puerto Princesa, which is geographically grouped with but administered independently from the province. Palawan is known as the Philippines' last frontier and as the Philippines' best island. Palawan provincial capital in Puerto Princesa. The islands of Palawan stretch between Mindoro Island in the northeast and Borneo in the southwest. It lies between the South China Sea and the Sulu Sea. The province is named after its largest island, Palawan Island, measuring 450 kilometers, 280 miles long, and 50 kilometers, 31 miles wide. In 2019, it was proposed to divide Palawan into 3 separate provinces, though the proposal was rejected by the local population in a 2021 plebiscite. The early history of Palawan was determined by a team of researchers led by Robert Bradford Fox. They found evidence in the Taban Caves that humans have lived in Palawan for more than 50,000 years. They also found human bone fragments from an individual known as Taban Man in the municipality of Quezon, as well as tools and other artifacts. 2 articulated phalanx bones of a tiger, besides another phalanx piece, were found amidst an assemblage of other animal bones and stone tools in Ilkevi near the village of New Ibajay. The other animal fossils were ascribed to macaques, deer, bearded pigs, small mammals, lizards, snakes, and turtles. From the stone tools, besides the evidence for cuts on the bones and the use of fire, it would appear that early humans had accumulated the bones. Additionally, the condition of the tiger subfossils, dated to approximately 12,000 to 9,000 years ago, differed from other fossils in the assemblage, dated to the Upper Paleolithic. The tiger subfossils showed longitudinal fracture of the cortical bone due to weathering, which suggests that they had post-mortem been exposed to light and air. Tiger parts were commonly used as amulets in South and Southeast Asia, so it may be that the tiger parts were imported from elsewhere, as is the case with tiger canine teeth, which were found in Ambangan sites dating to the 10th to 12th centuries in Butuan, Mindanao. On the other hand, the proximity of Borneo and Palawan also makes it likely that the tiger had colonized Palawan from Borneo before the early Holocene. Cebu City is a highly urbanized city in the Central Visayas region of the Philippines. According to the 2024 census, it has a population of 965,332 people, 8 making it the 6th most populated city in the nation and the most populous in the Visayas in the Central Visayas region. It serves as the capital of Cebu, wherein it is geographically situated and grouped under the province by the Philippine Statistics Authority, but is one of 3 cities, together with Lapu-Lapu and Mandaue, that are administratively independent of the provincial government and also the largest city within that province. It also serves as the regional center of Central Visayas, and its metropolitan area exerts influence on commerce, trade, industry, education, culture, tourism, and healthcare beyond the region, over central and eastern Visayas, and partly over Mindanao. It is the Philippines' main domestic shipping port and is home to about 80% of the country's domestic shipping companies. Additionally, Cebu City is the prime trading center of the southern Philippines. Cebu City is bounded on the north by the town of Balamban and the city of Banaue, on the west by the city of Toledo, on the east by the cities of Lapu-Lapu and Mandaue, and the towns of Liloan, Consolacion, and Compostela, and to the south by the city of Talisay. Located at the center of the eastern seaboard of Cebu Island, it is the core city of Metro Cebu, the second largest metropolitan area in the Philippines, which includes the cities of Carcar, Danao, Lapu-Lapu, Mandaue, Naga, and Talisay, and the municipalities, towns of Compostela, Consolacion, Cordova, Liloan, Minglanilla, and San Fernando. Metro Cebu had a total population of 3,165,799 as of the 2020 census. Bohol, Tagalog, Lalawigan ng Bohol, is an island province of the Philippines located in the central Visayas region, consisting of the island itself and 75 minor surrounding islands. It is home to Boholano people. Its capital is Tagbilaran, the largest city of the province, with a land area of 4,821 square kilometers, 1,861 square miles, and a coastline 261 kilometers, 162 miles long. Bohol is the 10th largest island of the Philippines. The province of Bohol is a first-class province divided into 3 congressional districts, comprising 1 component city and 47 municipalities. It has 1,109 barangays. The province is a popular tourist destination with its beaches and resorts. 9. The Chocolate Hills, numerous mounds of brown-colored limestone formations, are the most popular attraction. The formations can be seen by land, climbing the highest point, or by air via ultralight air tours. Panglao Island, located just southwest of Tagbilaran, is famous for its diving locations and is routinely listed as one of the top 10 diving locations in the world. Numerous tourist resorts and dive centers dot the southern beaches. The Philippine tarsier, among the world's smallest primates, is indigenous to the island. It was the home province of Carlos P. Garcia, the 8th president of the Republic of the Philippines, 1957 to 1961, who was born in Talaban, Bohol. On October 15, 2013, Bohol was devastated by a 7.2 magnitude earthquake whose epicenter was 6 kilometers south of Sagbayan. The earthquake, which also hit southern Cebu, claimed 222 lives altogether and injured 374 people. It also destroyed or damaged a number of Bohol's heritage churches. In 2023, Bohol Island was designated as a UNESCO Global Geopark, the first in the Philippines. Bohol is also the province with the most towns in the Philippines, totaling 47 towns, and 1 component city, Tagbilaran City. Siargao is the Philippines' surfing capital, but it's more than waves. It's slow island living, palm tree roads, friendly faces, and endless adventures. Siargao is a teardrop-shaped island in the Philippine Sea, situated 196 kilometers southeast of Tacloban. It has a land area of approximately 437 square kilometers, 169 square miles. The east coast is relatively straight with 1 deep inlet, Port Pilar. The coastline is marked by a succession of reefs, small points, and white sandy beaches. The neighboring islands and islets have similar landforms. Siargao is known as the surfing capital of the Philippines and was voted the best island in Asia in the 2021 Condé Nast Travelers Readers Awards. The island is within the jurisdiction of the province of Surigao del Norte in the mainland Mindanao and is composed of 9 municipalities of Burgos, Dapa, Del Carmen, General Luna, San Benito, Pilar, San Isidro, Santa Monica, and Socorro. Siargao is a famous tourist destination, well known for its many surfing spots and featured in the film Siargao for such qualities. Surfing is so ingrained in the identity of Siargao that in 2022, two political families from Surigao del Norte traded barbs over the cancellation of a national surfing competition hosted on the island. High in the Cordillera Mountains lie the legendary Banaue rice terraces. Over 2,000 years old and carved by hand. Further north, in Sagada, discover ancient burial rituals and mystic caves that echo the stories of the Igorot people. Banaue is a municipality in the province of Ifugao, Philippines. According to the 2020 census, it has a population of 20,652 people. It is the site of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Batad Rice Terraces and Bangan Rice Terraces. Banaue is the Spanish spelling of Banaue, the sitio which once hosted the Spanish local seat of government, now part of the poblacion area of the municipality. The name later extended to the entire municipality. The sitio was named after Banaue, also spelled Banaue, the local Tuwali Ifugao, common name for Hirundapus celebensis, a species of swift. Sagada is a municipality in Mountain Province, Philippines. According to the 2020 census, it has a population of 11,510 people. Sagada is famous for its hanging coffins. This is a traditional way of burying people that is still utilized. The elderly carve their own coffins out of hollowed logs. If they are too weak or ill, their families prepare their coffins instead. The dead are placed inside their coffins, sometimes breaking their bones in the process of fitting them in, and the coffins are brought to a cave for burial. The Sagada people have been practicing such burials for over 2,000 years. However, not everyone is qualified to be buried this way. Among other things, one had to have been married and had grandchildren. Popular activities include trekking, exploring both caves and waterfalls, spelunking, bonfires, picnics, rappelling, visiting historical sites, nature hikes, and participating in tribal celebrations. Guides can be found upon registration at the tourist office in Sagada proper, the main town, for a small fee. Most of the guides are natives, also known as Canyoneering. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you love this vlog, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your favorite Philippine destination in the comments below. Until next time, paalam, and see you in the next adventure.